Welcome to Texas Lehigh Slag Cement Facility. Please pay attention for the next several minutes while we conduct site-specific hazard awareness instruction which is necessary before you continue with your business here. The Texas Lehigh Slag Cement Facility is federally regulated by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. As a visitor, you are also regulated by this agency and must follow their standards. Anyone entering these premises may encounter certain hazards. By law, you must be informed of their possible existence and how to avoid them.
Facility access. Due to the changing hazards on our busy site, visitors are not allowed unescorted access. Escorted access may be granted after completion of this abbreviated site-specific hazard training presentation. Access may be granted after completion of this visitor's site-specific hazard training. Upon completion of this training, you will receive a sticker for your hard hat.
Smoking is not allowed anywhere on site except where designated by a smoking permitted sign or smoking waste receptacle. Do not smoke or use any flame-producing devices in designated no smoking areas. Areas of the facility where fuels or other flammable materials are used or stored are noted with appropriate warning signs such as no smoking or no open flames. Fire extinguishers are available in the event of a controllable fire throughout the site. The use or possession of alcoholic beverages, drug paraphernalia, or illegal drugs are not permitted on Texas Lehigh premises and are grounds for immediate ejection from site. This would include being under the influence of intoxicant drugs, medication, or alcohol that would affect your judgment. No firearms, ammunition, or archery equipment are allowed on Texas Lehigh property. Hunting is not allowed. Moving mobile equipment always has the right of way on site. This can include front-end loaders, haul trucks, and other heavy equipment. You must be careful around heavy mobile equipment as they are in continuous operation. Be alert, keep clear, and make sure the operator knows of your whereabouts. Remember, large pieces of mobile equipment have many blind spots where the operator cannot see you. Seat belts are always required while operating or riding in any mobile equipment on site, including personal vehicles. Parked equipment must be chalked. Cell phones use is prohibited in the Texas Lehigh Slag Cement Plant.
Lightning. At 10 miles, all elevated work above the third level and the top of the silo shall cease. Groundwork is permitted until 5 miles. At 5 miles, all personnel are permitted to continue to work if they are under cover. All outside work without cover shall cease, and personnel must take shelter until lightning is 5 miles or greater from plant site.
Persons working over or within 6 foot of ship channel water must wear Coast Guard approved life jacket or buoyant vest. Safety standards. All tools must meet OSHA safety standards and will be subject to inspection. Wooden handle tools are not permitted. Air hoses must have safety pins and whip check are required on all couplings. Chain falls, hoists, and come-alongs are required to have safety latches. Compressed air do not use to blow off dust, dirt. Fuel cans must be metal with spring-actuated valves. Housekeeping. Please keep work areas uncluttered and dispose of trash and scrap. Certain types of personal protective equipment or PPE must be worn continuously at this facility if you are anywhere other than the office. Hard hats meeting or exceeding ANSI standards Z89.1, fitted with the proper suspension and worn correctly are required in most areas. Foam-lined safety glasses with attached side shields or goggles meeting or exceeding ANSI standards Z87.1 are required in most areas of the facility. This includes prescription eyewear. If prescription eyeglasses do not meet this standard, then over-glasses must be worn. Safety footwear is also required which meets or exceeds a STM standard, carrying an impact rating of at least 75. Safety footwear should also be equipped with oil resistance soles and with non-conductive soles if electrical exposure is anticipated. High-visibility garments such as vests, shirts, or jackets equipped with reflective tape meeting Class II standard must be worn as the outermost layer of clothing. These garments must be worn fastened as designed and not allowed to hang freely or billow, creating a snag or catch hazard. This list is not intended to be all-inclusive but only describes the minimum personal protective equipment required for our facility. Note that additional PPE such as hearing, respiratory protection, heat-resistant clothing, welding apparel, and garments designed for electrical shock or arc flash protection may also be required depending on the task, area, or exposure. Additionally, when working at heights, 100% tie-off is required at all times. Consult with your site contact or safety professional for additional guidance or if you have specific concerns. Should an incident occur, it will be necessary to report what type of PPE was in use at the time. Always observe and follow posted safety signs regarding necessary PPE for any given area and make sure PPE has been inspected and is in good condition before use. Shoulder length or longer hair must be secured and worn inside hardhat when working at this site. Do not tie jackets or shirt sleeves around the waist while near moving machinery. Clothing must be appropriate for an industrial environment. It is your responsibility to not cross barricade tape if you do not know why it exists. In areas in which a barricade is used to warn against potential hazards, yellow caution tape is used. Yellow tape should only be crossed if you understand the hazard in the area. Where an immediate hazard or special precautions exists that require an area to be barricaded, red danger tape is used. Red tape must not be crossed without permission from your contact. Taped areas include a tag to indicate when the area was taped, who taped it, and the hazard that exists. You must be trained by your company in MSHA or OSHA 10-hour. If you are here performing hot work, confined space, lockout tagout, or working at heights, you must be trained in these areas as well. For details regarding Texas Lehigh's policies on these topics, ask your Texas Lehigh contact. It is your responsibility to immediately report any accident, injury, near miss, or unsafe condition to your contact or other member of the Texas Lehigh management team on the same day the event occurred. This information is used to ensure that potentially unsafe conditions and actions are corrected to prevent future occurrences. Plant emergencies. This facility uses smart radios to communicate in the event of an emergency. Should an emergency occur, your escort will direct you to the appropriate evacuation and assembly areas. Always follow their directions. Be prepared to participate in a headcount at your assembly area.
Plant emergencies. Please study the picture to learn the locations of our severe weather shelters and muster point. We have 3 severe weather shelter locations. 1 is the silo located in the northwest section of our plant. 2 is the office building located in the north section of plant. 3 are the lower offices in the raw storage building. The muster point is in the north section of the plant near the office building.
Care must be taken to conduct all operations in accordance with federal, state, local and Texas Lehigh environmental rules, regulations and policies. Please do your part while you are visiting our plant. Reduce dust emissions. Operate vehicles only on paved areas whenever possible. Immediately report any spills or releases of chemicals. Avoid releasing grease, oil or mud into storm sewers. Recycle waste materials when possible. Properly manage and dispose of all waste materials. Ask questions anytime you are uncertain about what to do. Thank you for your participation in this training. If you have any questions about topics covered in this training, please ask your contact for information or clarification.